Her Majesty has sent her prayers and good wishes, at a memorial service marking the 30th anniversary since the Pan Am Flight 103 blew up in the skies above Lockerbie, Scotland. Dozens of people gathered today at the wreckage site in Lockerbie for a memorial service at the Dumfriesshire town's Drifesdale Cemetery, to remember those who lost their lives in the terror attack. A representative of the Queen, Lord Lieutenant of Dumfries Fiona Armstrong, was the first to lay a tribute during the service. Ms. Armstrong, who reported from the scene at the time of the atrocity in 1988, said, "It was a very moving ceremony, very dignified. I think it just sums up what the people of Lockerbie and those who've lost loved ones wanted to see here today. We're remembering and we're also paying tribute on the night and in the following days of the disaster. All 259 passengers and crew died on board the New York-bound Pan Am Flight 103, along with 11 locals in Lockerbie when the flight came down on 21 December in 1988. Dignitaries including Scottish Secretary David Mundell and Solicitor General Alison de Rollo attended the service at the Dumfriesshire town's Drifesdale Cemetery. Jeff Brown, moderator of the Presbytery of Annandale and Eskdale, who led the service today, said, "Whether you have come from the local community or from afar, whether you come with no faith, little faith or belong to a community of faith, know that the Lockerbie community welcomes you in love and peace today and every day." Family and friends of victims gathered today in Lockerbie to lay wreaths and pay their respects to those who lost their lives in the tragedy. Dr. Jim Swire lost his daughter Flora in the explosion, and attended the memorial service for the first time today after years of campaigning for a full inquiry into the explosion. The majority of those on board the jet were American citizens, including 35 students of Syracuse University in New York State. Partly because I felt so out of touch with the people of the town, and I know that my campaigning inevitably results in the town's name being talked about again and again and again. The 82-year-old said, "I found it very moving. I felt that they might be resenting that, but I haven't found that at all. The people I've met here have all been extremely warm and welcoming, and they seem to respect the fact that this must never be forgotten, and this is part of making sure it isn't forgotten." Reverend Susan Brown, moderator of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland, spoke at the service after wreaths were laid. She said, "Scars from 30 years ago remain. They leave a mark that can never be removed, but while they will not disappear altogether, and while we would never want to forget the horrendous cost of that single hateful act, we realize all the more acutely the sweetness of life and the need for it to be lived to the full."